Hi guys, welcome back to Sim UK and Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, or CMS 18 if you will. So yeah, this little project, I've got my Bel Air over here, I've got my my first ever car, my Volvo 242, is it 242? 242. I used to have one of these in mustard yellow. It's disgusting. But it was great fun. I just basically drove it around my dad's land, doing handbrake turns into solid Cornish walls. Not into them, but you know, up towards them. Anyway, in the car park we've also got the Porsche Carrera, and so far it's not going particularly well. We've got $20,000 left in the bank. We had a few parts that we've added to the Bel Air, but we are missing basically the entire right hand side. The whole engine needs to be rebuilt. We haven't got anything for that. The Volvo, apart from the external, which I think looks okay actually, it might be missing a couple of windows, but the bodywork looks okay. I'd love to repaint this to yellow and sort of go down memory lane, but really this is a job for making cash so that we can continue with my dream of building and maintaining my own workshop, basically by flipping cars. So this one is scaring the living daylights out of me. I had to, let me just bring it down a second. In fact, where's the engine? Here's the engine. I had to buy some new parts. So we've got the engine block. I had to buy a new crankshaft. We've got the cover and the head cover, the head and the head cover. All of that has set me back about $3,500. I also accidentally sold one of the wheels, so I've replaced all the hubs and the tyres. That set me back another $500. So we're about $4,000 into this car already, and it cost us $5,000 to start with. So that's $9,000. And unlike the Bel Air and the Porsche, I don't think the demand for a Volvo 242 is that high. So this, although I only bought it because I used to own one, otherwise I wouldn't have gone near the bloody thing. But internally, by the way, it's immaculate. So inside it is 100% perfect, apparently, except for the fact that we've got an entire chair missing, an entire seat missing. So I'm going to have to source a new chair, a new seat for the car. We need to find a new hood. I mean, that is the only really bad thing about the external. And to find one in the same colour would be absolutely superb, but highly unlikely. So for the Volvo, I basically, not only that actually, so there's the engine replacement that we're working on at the moment. I've replaced all the wheels, the tyres and the hubs. I've also had to replace pretty much the entire rear suspension. You see that everything is sort of gleaming new and wonderful. Now we did recover a few little pieces using the repair bench here. Some of the bits came in you know, for free, which is fantastic, but a lot of it I had to buy, and there are bits I've skimped out on. For example, the exhaust, I haven't really put any effort into sorting that out, and it's an absolute mess. I just want to flip this car, and basically the money from this is going to go into the Bel Air and the Porsche, both of which are absolute rust buckets, and I shouldn't have bought them at all. If only I could get access to the auction. I hate the way that they restrict this access to the scrapyard in the auction. Why can't you just let me build up the way I want to play the game? I do hate the way they do that. It really winds me up. It's for a simulator, that's ridiculous, because that's not how it works. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. So yeah, so I've replaced basically the entire rear section here, but that is done now. That is 100% fine, excluding the fuel tank and the exhaust. So there's a lot to do. We're quite a bit into this car already. So I'm going to get the engine done. We're going to take her out for a spin. We're going to relive memory lane, do some handbrake turns, do some donuts. You know I like to do that. So I think this is a mod, because the side of the cars are missing and some of the internal camera angles sort of clip through other things and so on and so forth. So there is work to be done. And I ought to really be replacing a lot of this front end of the car as well, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to do that right now. Let's work on the engine. Let's get this engine up and running. Right, where are we up to? I think we're about to put pistons in, I believe. I think that's where we got to. Now that piston's okay, but the piston rings are all knackered. Let's just take a look and see how much that's going to cost me. Not too much, but let's grab a bunch of those because they're quite cheap, aren't they? Con rods are not so cheap, but you know, if you get, I've already spent 3,000 on this engine, so skimping out on con rods just seems like a really daft decision, I think. I mean, I know I'm literally trying to make a profit here, but if you say to someone, "Hi, I've got this Volvo 242 that you can buy for 40 grand," you're 40 grand. What the hell do I want to pay 40 grand for that for? Especially with the bodywork and the way it is. You say, well, I've completely rebuilt the engine. Hang on a minute, I just bought one of these. Tell me I bought the wrong one. Oh man alive. I think I have. Oh, that's put me even further in debt. What a mistake of a maker. I bet the cover's wrong as well now. Oh, nuts. Got a camshaft. I don't think we have any caps. Oh, we're going to have to buy the caps. There's no point skimping out now. You know, I've bought into it, so... Just standard camshaft cap. Okay. That one then. Oh, these aren't cheap, are they? Really not cheap. And I needed 5 balls. And let's go back and get another one. So anyway, yeah, when I had my Volvo 240, I literally used it as a mechanism, a tool by which to practice my car handling. So I was doing reverse 180 skids into very tight parking spaces, getting used to power slides and all such crazy shenanigans. And the unfortunate demise of my car, excuse me, was absolutely nothing to do with my driving skill or lack thereof. It was, in fact, just grab one of each of these. It was, in fact, my I overheated the brakes and they melted. And what the heck? Engine head cover. I bought an engine head cover. I've got the wrong engine head cover. Yeah, it got so hot that the brakes melted to the wheels, and we couldn't unseize them. It was gone. It was absolutely destroyed. Interestingly, my dad was fine with that. I thought he was going to be really annoyed, but no, he was absolutely chilled as a pill. Head cover, head cover. let's not buy the wrong one again. Which one do we need? Engine head cover. Well, that's what I'm looking at. Where's the one without any... Oh, there it is. Okay. I have wasted a lot of cash on this. Probably about 2,000 to 3,000 on parts that we don't actually need. We don't have an intake manifold yet. We have a cam gear because I just bought one. We have the timing belt because I just bought one. We have a belt tensioner. No, we don't have a belt tensioner. Oh, which one do we need? I think it's going to be this one. This exhaust manifold, but let's just check. It's not that one at all, is it? 14 MPI, okay. Honestly, the search feature in this needs to be so much better. So much money invested in this car now. It has to return us some profit. So I'd say we're about 15,000 into it. Fuel rail. Oh, I had one of those. I don't think it was in very good condition though. And I had a throttle. Damn it. Damn it. I'm sure I bought some of these things. Can only assume I bought the wrong one. I haven't got an alternator. Okay, so we're going to need a water pump, I think. An alternator. We're going to need a steering pump. And we're going to need a fuel rail. That is okay. One of these. Expensive. We're going to do 2 easy steering. Now, which one do we need? I'm going to need some more of these for the other 2 cars, but I don't know which one we need, so we'll wait. We'll wait until I know which one we're looking at. Goodness me, we are so costing ourselves money here. This engine is looking sweet as a nut. Goodness me. If you're going to do the job, you might as well do it properly, I guess. Oh, I didn't get the throttle off, forgot about that. Nope, don't have a fuel filter either. I think we have a flywheel, but yeah, it's not very good condition. Okay. Alrighty. Something that's cheap. What's wrong with that? Oh! Sneaky little extra S in there. Crankshaft, pulley, I4, we'll take that. Fuel filter. We'll take that. And we're going to need probably all of this. And, that should be pretty much. Oh, I didn't get a throttle? That's so weird. I'm sure I added throttle to the list. I did, I just didn't get it. Throttle! I4. Yeah, I'm really worried about this one. I don't think it's going to bring me a profit at all. I'd be very surprised if we come in ahead on this one. So all I can really hope is that we mitigate the losses. Serpentine belt A, it's only 88%, but it's still good condition. Rod caps, how many do we have? We got 2. I think I need another 1, 2, another 2. And those 2 there are 2 that we salvaged, so that's good. Rod cap, stop pluralising everything. I didn't think we had an oil pan, but I thought I'd have a go. It'd be nice at least to start this up and take it out and take it for a bit of a drive and just go down memory lane a tad. Bit of history for me. It's not the most exciting car in the world. Although I have to say the way that I drove it when I had one was quite exciting. I don't think anybody would want to have been in the car with me at the time. Incidentally, this is before I had my driver's license. I was driving on private land, so it wasn't illegal or anything like that. Okay, it looks like we have a full engine, baby. So let's take the engine off. Let's bring the crane over. Incidentally, you don't seem to be able to run in this game anymore. I'm sure that used to work, but maybe it doesn't. Okay. So, will the engine start? I rather doubt it. I think we're missing too many parts. But, let's give it a compression test. That's looking rather good. Certainly within the green, everything's looking super fine there. Do I have any other tests I can do? I can do not that one, not that one. Electronic meter, that's what I was after. I expect the electronics to be kaput. The alternator's fine, obviously, but we just need a new battery. So let's take the battery out. And obviously you can't, excuse me, repair batteries, you can't recharge them or anything sensible like that. So we just have to splash out a new one. I wish also there were different battery costs. One battery does not fit all, as they say. Radiator A, I think that needs to be replaced. I think that's suitable. Gets more expense. Goodness me. Right. So we're going to need a front exhaust section. In fact, I think I found one of those. Let's get this. Let's lift this up and see if we can get this at least patched together to the point where it works. Weird how the exhaust came up as it did. Did you see that? I don't know if you saw that in the list. Yeah, so we don't have a cat. Yes, I did pick one of those up. I thought I did. Cool. Right. What am I trying to get to here? I can't even remember. This is the problem with mods, obviously, is that they don't actually fit. Oh, did I not? Did I not fit the exhaust manifold? I'm a bit confused by that. Oh, the intake manifold, not the exhaust manifold. Okay. Okay. That would be what I did wrong there. 14 SOC. That's not too expensive, thank goodness. That's looking pretty sweet. What's this? Radiator fan housing. We're going to need one of those as well then. Probably the fan, I thought. Yeah, we need a fan. Oh, goodness me. The costs, they're never ending. I don't know which one we need. Let's try that one. No. Oh, nuts. Just buy one of each. We'll get rid of them eventually. Okay, so this car is looking a lot better than it did when we bought it. Let's just check out what it's worth now. 12,580. So a small profit is available to us here. Yeah. Externally, there's nothing I can do because I can't get to the paint shop. And we don't have a paint shop here, so, I mean, we are limited in our options, unfortunately. There we go, right. Yeah, I think I've got... No, I didn't. That's because it's rear-wheel drive. I knew mine was rear-wheel drive, but I wasn't sure if this would be implemented or not, but it turns out it is, so that's groovy. We can just get that gearbox now, pop it in there. The difficult. You can see here where the drive shaft is sort of going through the car. Makes it a bit difficult to kind of see it, but there you go. Drive shaft. Again, more expense, but there you go. It's all the nature of the game. All part of the fun. So I assume then that's going to be spinning whilst I'm driving this little beauty. Right, so we need a cat. And we need... I'm sure I got that. Didn't I buy that exhaust section? I think I did. I think I did. I did. I've already bought it. Yes, I thought I had. I almost bought another one then. Right. Okay. Gravy. I think we've got a full car now. Replacing these rubber bushings is a small but sensible replacement. It might be insignificant, I don't know. Trying to get the camera on them is a bit tricky. I mean, there's lots that needs doing on this car, admittedly. It's not what you would call a complete restoration, certainly not. But you know, such is life, quite literally. Okay, we're going to leave that as is for now. What is that worth to us as a car? Global parts condition is 64%. The frame and the body, I mean, yeah, it's bad. I don't know that we've made any money on this, but I don't think investing any more on it is a good idea either. Let's get it down and see if it'll even start. That bonnet is such a disappointment, I have to say. What is this, by the way? Oh, it's missing some windows and stuff, isn't it? Oh, it's so annoying. I mean, it really doesn't work, this system. It's just shocking. How am I supposed to get the flipping wheel in? Chair in? Oh, wow. That's just balls that up, isn't it? Oh my goodness me. Such a crappy design. So we can change the wheel. Yeah, I guess that one kind of matches. How am I supposed to do this? I can't get the angle on it. Right, what do we have two of? I bet we don't have two of anything, do we? Seat roulette, leather A. I've got all these seats, but I don't have two of any of them. Let's just go with that one. I think that actually is the one that was in it, I don't know. Right, excuse me, distracted. Let's put some oil in this bad boy and 1, 2, 3. Just check how much oil we put in there. That'll do. That's enough. I think we're probably missing something important. I don't see many leads. Yeah, okay, we're missing some important stuff here. What haven't I attached? For one, the ABS module. We have one, but I don't think it's going to be good enough to start the engine. We'll find out soon enough though. Ignition coil. It's an important piece of the starter motor. What? I'm sure I had a starter motor. Starter. Okay, anything else that I've forgotten to attach to this wonderful Volvo 242? I don't think so. Let's just grab a starter then. Boom. Boom. Okay, hopefully that ABS module will do the do. No. Maybe not then. Maybe not then. It is pretty knackered, to say the least. ABS pump. Get more expense. What do we know is absolutely disastrous? Well, there's this, the intercooler. I can't imagine that would stop it from starting though. I kind of feel like this ought to start now. Still nothing. There is a leaf spring plate missing. That's weird. I thought I'd completed the car. Obviously not. I thought I'd replace the entirety of the rear end of this Volvo, but no, I must have missed a bit. In fact, I kind of remember now that was the bit I was looking at last night when I decided I needed to go to sleep. Yeah, okay. So did I buy it? Yeah, I did buy it. I just didn't get around to doing it. Okay. That's what it was. Bit daft that that's what stops the engine from starting, I'd say, to be perfectly honest, but, you know. I'd love for Car Mechanic Simulator to become realistic, but I just don't think that Red Dot are interested in doing that, which is a real shame. Right. Let's try it once again. Still not starting. Spark plugs are missing. Spark plugs are missing. God, they are as well. Look at this. That would explain why nothing was happening. And I did feel like there was some. Is it just that one side? Maybe it's just that one side. I did feel like the ignition wires were missing too, which they are. Right. Finally, we should be able to start this engine. Yeah. Alright, let's take her out for a spin. Okay, it would appear that I have forgotten to put the air filter cover on. Now, I'm just trying to figure out... Ah, there it is, there. 1, 2, have we got any clips for it? I bet we don't, and I bet you can't take it out for a drive until you've got some either. Pluralising everything. I don't know what we need. I think it's these. Clip A. Right, do we have everything we need now to go for a drive? So guys, this is it. We finally got the Volvo out and about, and this isn't really the correct terrain for such a car, but we'll take her for a little drive and we'll see how she does. Have we got no rear lights in this? Oh my goodness me, there's no brake lights, there's no headlights. This is the new map, by the way. This is quite cool actually. Oh, yep. Added a bit of damage to the outside of the car, at least we should do. It's just a shame that this game doesn't implement that. Rocks are a bit tricky. This really isn't the right... Oh wow. Considering I've completely rebuilt the engine, I thought this might be a bit more lively, but no. We are not making it up this hill. It's actually much faster in reverse. That's the kind of thing I used to do in this car. This is not the right place for this car. Let's take it to the test track and see how she gets on there. Okay guys, here we are. Clearly more needs to be done. This is a car that isn't necessarily high performance, but this is ridiculous. Oh, ballsed it up. Too slow. Could do with some windows for this car. I think there's a few bits. I don't know whether to spend any more money on it. I'll just cut my losses and say, okay, you know what? This one didn't make me any cash. And that's fine. Trying to do a big finish and just stacked it, really. Okay, so I'm a bit torn now because there are some bits that can be done. And it's just whether or not spending any extra cash on it is worthwhile or not. That's the thing. So we need a couple of tail lights, we need some windows. I think just putting the windows in would dramatically increase its value. I'm almost certain it would. So I mean that might be worth doing. Oops. I mean, if that's going to be less than £1,000, I think it might add a few grand to the value, which at the moment is $16,000, and I think we've probably spent quite a bit. Global parts condition is 76% though. It's the frame and the body condition that's the real problem. But like I say, I think the windows would really improve the body scale. So I'm going to go for the windows. I don't know where to get windows from. Let's try the body shop. I've never been here before. So what did we need? We needed a front bumper, didn't we? It's 150, okay. Front left door window, front right door window, front window. If I get the hood, it's going to be the wrong colour. Can I pick the colour? You should be able to pick the colour, I think. Headlights, rear lights, that, and that. Okay, so that's a few hundred that we've spent there. Let's just see if that's a worthwhile investment. Oh, I haven't got the rear window yet. Where's the rear? Oh, you don't have a rear window? What? There's already I think there's already one in there actually, isn't there? Do you know, I'd love to hold on to this, and I just bought a rear window for this that I didn't flipping need. How do I take that out then? Like so. Okay. Now, what's that done for the value? It's put it up by £3 grand, so we made a bit of money on that. Just a little bit. But you know, I just don't think spending any more money on this is a worthwhile experiment. I think I should just sell it as it is and cut my losses. 17,000, I think we'd probably break even on that. Goodbye little Volvo. So that's given us 28,000. Now remember, we started with 50,000. We've got a Bel Air over here and we've got the Porsche Carrera in the parking lot. So it's not the worst situation we've ever been in, but we could definitely do with a barn find. Still no barns. Look at this. This is doing my absolute melon. Maybe you only get barn finds if you do the in-game missions, is what I'm thinking. So I might just have to take one of those.